Yo, what's up, everybody? Your boy JC. Everyday Thoughts is in the building. Everybody gather around. How's everybody doing tonight? Tonight's topic is Black Lives Don't Matter. Special guest with me tonight, Mr. Mario, Mr. KT101 himself. Everybody gather around. Hope everybody's having a blessed and grateful day. How's everybody doing today? Who all we got in the chat room today? Who all we got? What's going on, Matthews? Everybody gather around. I know what time
What's
it
up,
is.
brother?
Yo, what's poppin', man?
What's good? What's good? How your day going?
Shit, I'm good, man. Blessed and highly favored. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just getting settled over here. Getting settled over here. Let me share
All
this to
right.
my page real quick.
What's going on, everybody? So, yeah, introduce yourself to everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know who I am, I'm Mario Cochran, aka Mr. KTU101. You can catch me on all social media platforms. Feel free to reach out to me anytime you feel like you love to have the hard conversation. So that's what tonight's about, definitely.
All right, so tonight's topic, we're going to talk about Black Lives Don't Matter. And I'll start it off tonight.
Uh-oh,
Basically,
uh-oh, uh-oh. Go
well,
ahead.
basically, well, basically, as far as Black Lives Matter, I don't really think that we really value ourselves, a human being. Every day, we're always constantly bringing each other down, and we are the ones that really cause, the most death, as far as shooting each other, being disrespectful towards each other, and not having any kind of love, no kind of compassion towards each other. And at the same time, though, you would think that we would be more united because we have, endured the most pain, the most suffrage as a unit. We should be able to use that as a way to unite, but a lot of times we use that to tear each other down. So, what's your take, though?
I mean, I think that you hit the nail on the head in reference to use it to tear each other down. I mean, if you look at it, um, Black Lives Matter is a catchy phrase. Lives Matter makes us feel good. It makes us rally towards something. It makes our focal point more ensued on, you know what? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. However, Black Lives Matter too late. Black Lives Matter when the opposition already has one up on us. You understand what I'm saying? No one is afraid of Black Lives Matter. No one is rallying beforehand for Black Lives Matter. And I think that's the issue. The issue is that Black Lives Matter, I believe, should help to promote fathers being in the home, should help to promote positive communication between Black men and women. It should also prevent bullying in school. Black Lives Matter should not only talk about when a Black man dies or a Black woman dies, it should be more. But I think it's not more, it's not an actual movement until it is used as an afterthought. It is used instead of being proactive, it's a reactive movement.
Yeah, you're right. And same thing with, you see, a little boy or a man gets shot, a woman gets shot, and then we want to talk about Black Lives Matter. Well, they should matter each and every day. We should matter every time we go out there. Every time we hit the street, they should matter. Not just when we get damaged, we get harmed, we get killed. That we need to be marching. We marching each and every day, and protecting our loved ones, protecting ones close to us. Because understanding that family is first and foremost. And we got to make everybody feel at home, and everybody's a brother or sister to us. And we're all on the same team. We're all struggling, but at the same time, it's your mentality that it's going to allow you to stay in that mind frame.
Definitely.
Because I
I
feel
mean,
like
go ahead.
no, I was gonna say, like, as far as your mind frame, as far as you not having what you want to be in life, I feel like that's your own destination. You really can't excuse nobody because you have the opportunities out here. You do have um, the people you need to put in place to go out there and find people. So, I mean, you have to be ultimately responsible with the way you live your life. What's your take, though?
Um, my thing is, you're absolutely right. My big thing is that when we say Black Lives Matter, let's just focus on if it matters, what are we doing to show that it matters? How are we showcasing it matters. And I think that on all the major networks, on all the major media outlets or whatever case be, isn't it odd that Black Lives Matter is not something that's promoted every day? I've seen more effort to mute R. Kelly, right, than to promote Black Lives Matter. I've seen a major network get behind these women and say this black man over here did some foul stuff, right? Allegedly, right? But I didn't see this major network say, you know what? Hey, let's talk about police brutality. Let's talk about mass incarceration for minorities. Let's talk about fathers not being in a home. Let's talk about all this ratchet television that's on that promotes minorities in a bad light. Let's talk about that. But what we will do is we will take this one black man and make him an example and get the rest of these black women and we'll form something. We'll rally behind something. Black Lives Matter. And I'm just like, well, shouldn't Black Lives matter every day? Does somebody have to die in order for Black lives to matter? And that's the problem that I think that we have. I think that more people should be talking about Black Lives Matter. That's how I feel, man.
Yeah, what's going on, Willie? What's going on, Marlon, Chrissy, Latrice? Yeah, I mean, like I said, it should matter to us, but a lot of us, like I said, unless we're out there, like I said, getting drunk or partying or twerking, the only type of attention we really see on mainstream media. You know, we don't see the fathers and all. We don't see a young man going to college, getting his education. We don't see all that. Or even though it does happen, it's not going to be brought up to mainstream. It's not going to be on CNN. It's not going to be on Fox 5. It's not going to be on WB, the main networks. But it does happen. A lot of good followers out there. There are good men out there, good women out there, but the media just want to focus on the ratchetness, you know, Atlanta House.
See, here's the thing. We are not giving anybody no shortcuts tonight in this conversation. You are not getting any shortcuts tonight. That means it's not just the media. It's us. It's us. Here's the thing. Right now, we're saying Black lives don't matter. Share, tag. That should be going on right now because we want to get thousands of people in here on this conversation. We want people to hear this conversation. So here's the thing. If we as men right now were downgrading black women, people be tagging right now. Girl, you need to come hear this. Oh, hell no. But when we start talking about Black lives don't matter or it matters too late, that's the problem because when you have to tell people to share the hard conversation, when two black men are saying, well, isn't it important for Black lives to matter? Or do one of my son or daughters have to die? Is it important for Black lives to matter? Or does my black neighbor have to die? Or my cousin that lives in a project still have to die? We are so big on saying, let's talk about police brutality. Statistics. There is more black on black crime than police brutality. That's $100 bet. I'm waiting for somebody to take that bet. No, don't help them out, JC. Don't help them out. Here's the thing. If there's more black on black crime, what are we doing to fix it? Where are the hard conversations at? Where's the hard conversation? I'm going to kill my brother that looks like me because of colors. I'm gonna kill him because some girl said, "Oh, you don't like me because we're too macho, we're too manly to have a sit down because our egos won't let us do it." But Black Lives Matter. 3 lesbian females form Black Lives Matter, right? Supported by liberals. Liberals support the feminine movement. Think about this. Where are the black men at? If Black Lives Matter, does it only matter to women? Does it only matter to gay women? Or should it matter to men? Somebody talk to me. Come on, JC. Morris, what's up, man?
Somebody had a question for you. What's going on, Jessica? What's going on, Kima, Morris, Chris Covington? Yeah, somebody had a question for you, Mr. Mario.
What's up, man? What is it?
He said, do you think that the black community is doomed as a whole?
Do I think the black community is what?
Doomed as a whole. Do you think that?
No, hell no. Whoever asked that, hell no. Because we have so many smart people. Listen, man, we have creative, articulate, strong women. We have magnificent, awesome black men. The thing about it is we don't have enough to speak up. We don't have enough to speak up. Like right now, when we having this conversation, it's like, dude, let me share this thing. Let me get this information out here because it exists. So now you can't say, I never heard nobody talking about it. It's people from your community that look like you, that sound like you, that act like you, that's educated like you, that appreciate their family like you, that appreciate their fellow man or fellow neighbor or citizens of this United States of America like you, that go to work every day like you, that care. And this is the message we need to be putting out. The fact of the matter is, Black Lives Matter too late. Too late. So at what point in time do we say, you know what, I'm tired of being reactive and it's time to get proactive? Talk to me, JC.
Yeah, you're right about that. And also, as far as like I said, someone said they don't promote how black people are graduating at an alarming rate. Yeah, that's
That's
true
my
though.
brother,
I mean,
Morris Smith. Shout out to Morris Smith.
yeah, basically, like I said, basically all the positive stuff you're not going to see in mainstream media. There are a lot of stuff that's going on that's positive. People are uniting. There are black neighborhoods, black businesses that are being ran, that are being successful. There are a lot of two-parent households, but you're not going to see that. You're not going to broadcast that a lot. So you know, and also too about Black Lives Matter. You said about Black Lives Matter until you dead or something like that, right?
Right. I think that, Miss Ann just says we can't expect unity without self-love. Love and honor you. And honoring others comes naturally. Here's the thing, man. Black people, I'm gonna holler at y'all real quick. We be doing the most sometimes. We be doing the most. People are do more research on the local clubs, cruises, the latest shoes, events, and will not do anything in reference to going, let me go volunteer my time at a community. Let me go be a big brother or a big sister in a community. Let me go do something that's actually going to give back and show that, hey, I'm educated, right? I'm a role model. We're not putting ourselves, or enough people are not putting themselves in a position to show that Black Lives Matter. It's not that it don't exist. It's not that people not volunteering their time. It's not that people are not growing up in good households with good parents and good standards and morals. It's the fact that we, as regular average people, we don't promote that. We don't promote that. When someone graduates from college, it should be more than you just coming home from jail. It should be a party, right? It should be turn up. It should be getting lit. That's when we popping bottles. The fact of the matter is, bro, you went to jail for whatever you went to jail. Okay, you did your debt to society. But my whole thing about it is, I'm gonna promote the guy that graduated over the guy that's coming home from jail. But our mentality, some people's mentality is so twisted that we feel like going to jail is more important than going to college. Black Lives Matter too late. Talk to me, JC.
Yeah, you're right about that. I mean, they do matter too late, and every time you see an unarmed black man getting shot, getting killed, you do see a lot of women going to the rescue. You always talking about Black Lives Matter, but at the same time, though, I mean, why is it not for the reverse when a lady gets shot? We want to sit up here and have all these excuses of what happened, or even if rape happened, we still want to be like, well, why was she out that late? What was she wearing? Why don't we have the same kind of compassion for our sisters that they have for us?
Here's my thing, JC, and some people might not like this. I think more things are advertised for women. When you talk about Black Girls Rock, Black Girls Melody, um, Sisters United, there are more slogans and catchy phrases that promote women, that promote the awareness for women than men. I don't know a catchy phrase right now for a black man that I could use to say this empowers me. This tells me to be a father. This tells me to love thou queen. You understand? So a lot of times people feel like men's automatically just supposed to have it together. And that's not the case, because if you're growing up in communities that don't promoting your queen, you understand what I'm saying? They don't promote being in a household. But that I don't want to get too far off the topic, because the fact of the matter is, right now we saying everybody. Black Lives Matter, but it matters too late. And the real question is why? Who benefits the most from Black Lives Mattering after the fact? Yeah, your son died. Now you're going to get a bunch of people that don't know you. Uh-oh, I'm about to hurt some feelings. Now you're going to start a GoFundMe because you was too lazy to get life insurance. Black Lives Matter, though. But nobody's telling you, hey, young man, hey, young woman, get life insurance so when your butt die, your people that's left back don't have to pay your damn bills. Black Lives Matter, though. Come on, it's some lawyers out there. It's some people that you can talk to get wills. It's not that hard. Hey, here's a cookie cutter will that you can do. Put your name, put your kid's name, and leave them X, Y, and Z. There you go. Give them a couple dollars. We don't set our people up for success. We set them up for failure, and it's always after the fact. Black lives matter, but yet healthcare don't matter. Black lives matter, but when black lives get out of jail, we don't give them jobs. Black lives matter, but when people are having relationship problems, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do more to separate them than to put them back together. Come on, bro. I'm over here, bro. Let me drink this fruit punch.
All right, Joe said this is because other races, including our own black women, down, so we have to promote our own beauty. Chrissy said we respect men as our king. Benicia said, what if you don't have a couple of dollars to leave them? Oh wow.
And you know what? Here's the thing. Here's the thing. That's a perfect. I'm glad you just said that. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of people that don't have the money needed to leave their kids anything but their last name. That's when Black Lives Matter. You understand what I'm saying? That's when Black Lives Matter. Let me call this 1-800 number and say, hey, no, bro, I'm dead ass serious. Stay with me. Yeah. I'm dead ass serious. Let me call this 1-800 number free and say, hey, my wife or my husband just died or whatever case may be. Here's the death degree, the decree, and I can send it to you. You verified or whatever. Well, okay, got it. Since you took the time to make a will, right? You took the time to say, let me outline these things or whatever. We're going to give you some foundation money, right? We're going to give you some push money to help you. Because now Black Lives Matter, so guess what? We got some rich people. We got the Jay-Z's and the Beyoncé's and the Kanye West. They giving money to it. They put money in it. Before they buy their Bugatti, before they make you go buy a $100 shirt that's ripped up that look like it's supposed to be in a trash can, they're giving money to Black Lives Matter. So when, guess what? When people in lower class income housing, their people die and they took the time to say, I'm going to do something to give back. I'm going to leave something for my children to move forward. So now they don't have to go out there and rob and steal. They can actually have something 5, 6, 7 years old. And they don't have to look towards the drug dealer to say, you know what? Hey, man, can I just work for you for a couple years so I can get up on my feet? People don't understand that Black lives matter, but at what cost? At the expense of somebody's fucking life. That's the cost. And it may be you, it may be me, it may be our children. That's when Black Lives Matter. Talk to me, man.
Yeah. Free said they don't promote black love in each other because they don't want to see us come together. Media and TV, white America only show negativity when it comes to us. Yeah, it's all the power of the agenda.
Christy May says that's when insurance matters. I definitely agree with that. Morris says sacrifice. Miss Ann says we do not support our own businesses, so there are not too many black businesses. Wealthy black men did not support Nipsey Hussle's business until he died. Yet Gucci promoted blackface and Floyd Mayweather rubbed it in our face. Here's the thing. Why do we support these men then? Why do we support these men? If it's lyrics degrading you as a black woman, why do you pay to hear it? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. If it's lyrics telling me that the only value in a woman is her ass and her chest, then why am I go out and pay for it? Why am I go pay for you to tell me that? Right? So this is what I teach my daughters. This is what I sit down and I drill into my daughter's head. And I don't do it out of my mouth. I do it because of what I listen to. Because I like the beat. Right? But now these 3, 4, 5-year-olds, they're like the beat, but they saying the words. So in their mind, they remembering this shit. At what point in time do Black Lives Matter enough to promote living, to promote being prosperous, to promote being together, to promote actually giving a damn what's going on, not just in your household, but in your community? We have grown apart together. We have grown apart together. That means that everybody's winning, right? Everybody's feel like they're chasing a bag. But the fact of the matter is, it's like, I'm growing, you growing, but we growing like this. Our community is not whole. That's why it's so easy for someone to come and pop up a store and we think it's the greatest of all time, but it's not Black owned. It's not Black owned. And the people that own the stores don't live in your neighborhoods. Talk to me, JC.
Yeah, you're right about that. I mean, like I said, all that music, you're talking about killing, robbing, thing you talk about is sex and money, alcohol. That's what we promote. That's what we put our money, our time to listen to. At the same time, there are people that are doing side businesses, that are helping out the community, are opening their own salons up, barbershops up, but we don't sit there and promote that. So it's like we got to kind of handicap ourselves too. We want people to care about us, love on us, but we don't love ourselves. So, but at the same time, we expect other races to give a damn about us, even though they see us each and every day not loving each other and always having all these chaos towards each other.
JC, can I say something real quick, man? Because I want to be the bad guy. I want to be the bad guy. Every time you go on the live, they're going to be like, oh, shit, here he comes. Listen, I want to be the bad guy. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Can we stop saying other races? The problem I'm talking about is the Black race. I'm talking about people who look like me. This is the problem. It's not the white man who's, the white man and the white man and the white. God damn, when is it the Black people? When is it us? Now, don't get me wrong. Is there some janky shit going on? There's some janky shit, but I'm saying the fact of the matter is, how many times, ladies and gentlemen, stay with me. If you were walking down the street, it was 1 o'clock in the morning and a Black man was walking toward you versus a white man walking towards you. Black man walking towards you with a hoodie over his head, pants sagging. You can see smoking a cigarette or whatever the case may be, right? Listening to some music or whatever that you can clearly hear that's rap music or whatever. Would you cross the street or would you walk forward? Stay with me now. Stay with me. The fact of the matter is, it's a lot of people. Now compare that scenario to a white dude that's walking down the street in a collared shirt and some khakis. Some people scared, they're scared to be in their own communities. You understand what I'm saying? And the first thing we do, the cop out, here's the thing. The cop out is, somebody said conditioning, definitely. But the cop out is, if we blame the white man for all the Black people problems, then we don't have to focus on us. I know somebody ain't gonna like this. Somebody ain't gonna like it. You ain't gonna share it. That's okay. I can deal with it. Trust me. The problem is we're so focused on blaming the white man for Black people problems, right? We're so focused on it. And here's the thing, as we point our fingers to the white man, we forget to address the people right by our side that's fucking up. Huh? You spent all your rent money in the club and your kids is hungry. So now this kid decides, I'm gonna do something to step up. I'm gonna go rob this store. Now the police show the hell up and say, hey, get down. This dude robbed the store with a knife. The police thought he had a gun and shot him and killed him. Oh God, Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Come on, JC, talk to me, bro.
No, but I mean the fact that we have that mentality that we have to get out the hood and quote unquote go into a nice luxury neighborhood, go into the white community to make it already puts us in a disadvantage. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get out the hood. We trying to get out the projects. We trying to get, live by the white people and stuff. It's like you already got that slave mentality mindset.
I can understand that if you send your kids to these generalized European schools, that No, stay with me, right?
Yeah.
And they're going to teach you to be. I was just talking to one of my brothers earlier. Shout out to Morris Smith. They're going to teach you to be employees, not employers. They're going to teach your kids how to go get a 9 to 5 and work for somebody else. They're not going to teach your kids how to be bosses. They're not going to teach your kids the real ins and outs of finance, right? They're not going to teach them the real ins and outs of credit. They're not going to teach them ins and outs of relationships. They're going to teach them the basics, to check the blocks up. It is up to us. Now, the problem is when they say it's up to us, the issue is that we're so afraid to ask for help. How many people you know right now that was in your high school, your middle school, hell, even in your college that was struggling, but too afraid to ask for help? That is something that Black people tend to do because they grew up with it. I'm too hard to ask for assistance. I'd rather fail this fucking class, be in my last semester sweating and crying and about to lose my scholarship because I'm too afraid to ask for help. So it takes the professor to pull you to the side and say, yo, hey, check it. You got a beautiful mind, right? You need this help. Somebody has to convince you you need help. But Black Lives Matter. Where are the people that saying it's okay to get help? It's okay to tell people you need a hand up. Not a hand out, a hand up. Because you're willing to work for what it is that you're moving toward. The problem is Black Lives Matter too late. It matters too late. Talk to me, JC.
Yeah, you're right about that. You know, Patrice said, how come Black people adopt all the bad things from the white man, but we didn't adopt their stick together against them mentality? That's the real problem. Black people are not racist enough, in my opinion, and I'm not scared of my own people.
Okay. I'm gonna let you take a stab at that before I say something about that, JC.
I mean, my whole thing is you should have to like teach your kids. You know, you want to teach your kid. You don't want to have the school system raising and grooming your kid. You still have to put the input of what Black history is, Black love is, etc. And it is sad that you do see, you know, February is the only real month that they really celebrate Black history, even though it should be, you know, all year long. And they only talk about the main characters. They don't talk about the other characters. Like they talk about Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Rosie Tubman, Susan B. Anthony, but they don't talk about you know, W.B. Du Bois and all the other Black people that actually made like Morgan Gannett. They didn't make him feel. They don't really talk about him either. So you know, it is a struggle though.
I was reading the comments. I don't know if you wanted to get to some of these comments or not.
Okay, I mean that's fine. Tanisha said, "How can you teach your kid Black history when you only know the history the white man teaches you?" That's a good question.
Okay. Here's the thing. I always talk about people surrounding themselves with people in regards to a support system. I truly believe that having a support system, you don't have to be knowledgeable about everything. That's why you have a support system that's going to help. You might have a friend that's excellent with history. You might have another one that's excellent with finances. You might have another one that's excellent with relationships. These are people that you want around you and your children. These are people that you want to spend time with. These are people that you want to get to know. These are people that you want to build with. These are people that you want to appreciate. The fact of the matter is, we don't have a successful support system. We have people who are struggling day to day, just trying to keep their head above water, and they will give you bad advice because they don't know what good advice is. You, and I'm saying you, and I'm pointing to me too, you have to realize what good advice is. If you're still doing the same thing you was doing last year, having the same problems you was having last year, then guess what? The people that surround you, that's not a good support system. Black Lives Matter. So if it matters, stop being reactive and be proactive. Move away from that situation. Get out of that situation. Learn how to cut people off. Learn how to put people around you that's going to help build your success. So here's my thing to that right there. It's not about how much you know. It's about who you put around you that knows that much. I don't have to know everything about a successful relationship because I got somebody for that. I don't have to know everything about traveling. I got somebody for that. Find people that's well-rounded and that actually is going to support you and not bring a bunch of drama your way. It's the difference. Black lives matter. And if it matters, then let's do something that counts. Talk to me, bro.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, we just have to invest. We have to make sure that we do have a good support system, have each other back. There's no kind of backstabbing, and just understanding. Just like you said earlier, you said it always there's enough food. Everybody there's enough food at the table for everybody to eat at. You know, no kind of bitterness, no kind of um, envy. You know, every time you see somebody trying to do good, we don't want to embrace that. We want to embrace the negativity. But you see somebody doing good, you know, stop that brother. Hey, you know, you're doing a good job. That the words of encouragement can really, you know, turn a spin on that brother. You know.
Definitely. I think that when people decide that they want to exercise their freedom of speech and they use social media platforms, I think that they have a responsibility. I am um I am taken back by a lot of the things that I see on social media. And when I challenge people with the question, how does your message promote? How does it build? How does it maintain? How does it allow people to prosper? The responses that I get back are so off the wall. And at the end of the day, you got to ask yourself, like, what are you taking your time to listen to? What are you taking your time to promote and provide energy toward? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not telling you that rap music is bad. I'm not telling you that everybody in the hood is bad. I'm not telling you wearing gold teeth in your mouth is bad. I'm telling you that what you want to promote, you should promote. But the time that you take promoting it and the energy that you put into it, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? That's, I mean, that's real talk. So if you find something that says, you know what, I want to teach my kids about the fine arts. I want to teach my kids about how to actually talk to people and not scream at them. I want to teach myself how to learn another language. Then, to be honest with you, it's really about what I'm deciding to do on my free time. And I don't really have time to be listening to people telling me how I should hate a black woman. How I should only appreciate her ass and titties versus her mind. But we big up these people. We give these people our hard-earned money, right? We make it rain so they can drive Bugattis. So that way, now the people in our community can say, oh, well, if he don't drive a Bugatti, he's not a good man. If she don't have a fat butt, she's not a good woman. But these people, you don't know if they're providers, you don't know if they're protectors, and you damn sure don't know if they're role models. But society has put that in our face so much that we're not smart enough to say, we as a black community, we don't appreciate and we don't tolerate that type of nonsense.
Yeah, and also too, I mean, a guy he doesn't have to be a basketball player, football player, entertainer to get some kind of respect. You know, a lot of times we look at those guys as some kind of role models, but you know, it could be everyday people that you see on the street, janitors, school teachers, busboys, um, dishwashers. There's anybody you know that can just be a good role model. You can just try to build around. You know, it doesn't have to be somebody that's like in the limelight. You know, because they may have the type of lifestyle you may dream you want. They also too got the most issues as well too. A lot of them not happy with their lives too. So you know, you do see a lot of celebrities committing suicide. So you know, it may look good on the outside, but until you into those programs, it may not be the same way. So always don't look at nobody success and thinking that it looks everything good on one side of the street. You don't know the other side of the street too. It could be worse. It
A
could be
rich
worse.
man can have a rich man can have a poor heart.
Yeah, yeah.
A rich woman can have a poor heart. Miss Joanne says, she says, I believe the government needs to bring back the draft, force these children to use guns to protect our country. Um,
Yeah, I agree.
I uh I wouldn't say I totally disagree with that. I believe that the military does provide structure. However, I also believe that there are issues with the military that if you do not govern your child accordingly and you do not teach them how to defend against certain things, that regardless if you send them to the military, you send them to the projects, you send them to college, it doesn't matter because they won't have the mentality to defend what the fuck they have to deal with. So if we did do a draft, like everybody from this age to this age had to enter the military, or we even did something where it's planned parenting, you can't have a child between this age and this age. I think all of those things would probably be good because it would help and allow children to develop. You know, imagine being 21, 25 and not having kids. And now at 26, you're able to have kids and you got your degree, you done traveled a little bit, you found somebody that you actually love and respect and you can build with. I mean, I think there's a lot of things that we could do and a lot of things that we could talk about. But at what point in time do we goddamn stop talking and start doing? At what point in time do we get men and women together that says, I'm not for the gender wars. I'm not for the men bashing. I'm not for the women bashing. If Black Lives Matter, I can't do that shit. I can't support you if you're telling me to separate from my sister. I can't support you if you're telling me to separate from my brother. I'm not giving you no time. I'm not giving you no money. And I'm damn sure not sharing that propaganda. But we do those things. Ladies and gentlemen, we do those things. You look on these social media sites when these men are telling you how bad Black women are, when these women are telling you how bad Black men are, we doing it to ourselves. JC, talk to me.
I mean, all that's really part of the system, though, get us divided. But at the same time, though, you got to teach your kids about protection. Like, if I were just, dealing with police, I don't know, you seen the movie The Hate You Give,
Mm-hmm.
where the father was teaching the daughters and the son how to really defend as far as if a cop comes to the door. So she had that knowledge before it was in the car and her best friend had got shot. So it's like he didn't know because he wasn't taught at home. So everything starts within the home, teaching your kids, instilling those values and those core values with your kids so they don't go out there and be misguided or just be confused with social media or just confused with
Can I can
society in
I can I
general.
say something to you, JC?
Yeah.
Let me say something to you, man, because I really want to make sure that I kick this flavor in your ear. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Um, Grown-ups that have children, parents that have children, stop being fucking lazy. Stop being lazy. Stop pushing your kids to go get those master's degrees, those doctorate degrees, right? And you too lazy to read a goddamn book. You trying to govern somebody with some old style learning, thinking that shit cool or whatever, and your goddamn kids are learning all this shit. They can't even come home and have a conversation with you because you don't understand how life is working. Some of y'all don't even know how to use a damn laptop. If they told you, hey, how can you read this, proofread this paper for me, mom? Oh, hell no. The thing about it is stop pushing yourself. Stop pushing yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't say I'm gonna push my child and you stay stagnant. Don't stop pushing yourself. Continue to grow in reference to your mind. I'm not saying go back and go get a master's or whatever. I'm saying continue to elevate your mind. Because when you stop, the learning stops, right? We want our children to be successful and we send them to these public schools because everybody ain't got money for private schools. But you know what? I just read a book. Huh? I just read a book. I just did some research online. And I can now, when you get home, we can have a conversation at dinner time. We can have a conversation or go to a museum. We can do different things. Or guess what? The people in my support system, they doing the same shit. Woo! Now when we get together for game nights or whatever we do as a family, now everybody's in on, guess what? Promoting that growth. Now they know how to deal with the police. Now they know how to do their credit. Now they know how to build relationships. Now they know how to volunteer in the community. Everybody doesn't have the same outlet. The fact of the matter is, if we develop a foundation where anybody can go to this outlet and get the same information that we feel as Black people is important, imagine how much more powerful we would be. Talk to me, bro.
Yeah, I'm into that. You know, just gotta stay together, bond together. All this self hatred is really damaging to our self esteem. So Rodriguez says, say, I taught myself English. I try to hold positive household with my daughter. I see there is a solution to the problem. If not, then the best solution is to get rid of it completely. As an Afro American woman, I teach love. We are strong now. Let's be smarter.
Okay. Miss Ann says, you gonna read that real quick?
Yeah, I read it. She
Okay.
said, I am a law student and I plan to either sit on it or work for my innocent projects. My children are grown and in the military because it provides free education. There are benefits to being in the military. You have to set an example for them to follow. If I do not get my own law firm, they are taking over. Keep the family dynasty going.
Definitely. 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 Set the mark high. Continue to push the bar until you decide, you know what, I've done enough. Okay? Just getting them through elementary school, parents, stop that bullshit. Just getting them out of 12th grade, stop that bullshit. You have to be with them all the way through the situation. You understand what I'm saying? And be able to give them sound advice. Don't just be giving them this thing where the white man, the white man, the white man. You're going to set your kids up for failure. I'm telling you, you're going to set them up for, handle situations with a level of respect and wisdom. Every white person is not racist, and every Black person don't like chicken. Let that shit sink in. Okay? Handle people the way they handle you, but always be mindful of the bigger issue. Is there a lot of racism going on? Yes. But the person standing in front of you may not have nothing to do with it or may not give two shits about your color. They may just care about what's coming out your mouth and what you promote in your mind. So here's the thing. You so frustrated because your mom and dad been drilling you about all white people is racist. So now every time you talk to a white person, you automatically get an attitude. But you don't know this white person is married to a Black person with 3 kids. And they probably more Black than you are. Stop generalizing everything and start individualizing problems. If someone does you wrong, that's that someone. That doesn't represent the entire race. Black Lives Matter. Why are we not teaching this thing? Why are we not teaching this thing? I don't know. Talk to me.
Yeah, but I mean, it's kind of like the self hatred, just as far as you see Black girls, you know, not really being shown in the spotlight. Always have a white girl being more the favor. Even look at the Barbie dolls, you know, the white Barbie doll. You don't see no Black Barbie doll. You don't see, you know, the black woman being portrayed in a good, respectful manner in all the TV shows, cartoons, movies. Either she's some ghetto hood rat, she's a single mother, you know, in the projects. You don't really see no kind of positivity when you look at, you know, TV or even cartoons growing up. So that's the only thing you're being taught.
I'm gonna tell you right now, definitely white people are promoted on social media platforms, you know, whether it's the paper, whether it's cartoons, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
Definitely white people are heroes. White people are heroes. Our kids grow up, I want to be like Superman. I want to be like Batman. Ain't too many, maybe now. Maybe now some people that want to be Black Panthers, but I'm telling you right now, it's like, hey, I want to do this. And it's all the faces on these people are all white. And my thing about it is I get the narrative that's being pushed, right? Y'all remember, for those people that's maybe 26 and above, right? Y'all remember that old Jesus picture that used to sit in your grandma's house or your Mima house or whatever, your mama house, that had that Jesus picture of that white dude or the Last Supper and all white dudes? It's like, wow, basically everything that's prominent, everything that's holier than thou, everything that's right is white. And I get the narrative. Somebody said something very keen. If white people control or Caucasians control the narrative of social media, they also can control the narrative of Google and search engines. I agree with that. I agree with that. However, I have never been to a library. Stay with me. Elementary school, middle school, or college that said this book is only for white people. They say this book, this information is only for white people. So the information's out there. We just have to do the research to go get it. So if you feel, and they say that this is the running joke, to hide information from black people, you have to put it in the book. You got to put it in the book. So are we shedding that stereotype? Are we cracking books open? When's the last time that you actually had a debate about what you read in a book? Let me stop. JC, let me stop real quick. When the last time you had a debate about what you read recently in a book? Not what somebody told you, not what you've seen on Lifetime, not what you've seen on some type of ratchet television show, not what Steve Harvey said, not what Oprah said, what you read in a book. The last time you had a debate about that. But Black Lives Matter. But we ain't doing nothing to elevate us. 9 times out of 10, all of our information, right, comes from a third party, word of mouth. We don't look nothing up. We don't research anything. And we take that and we raise our kids with it. We take that and we promote our relationships with it. And that's why we as a black community are in the rut that we in right now.
Yeah, you're telling the truth though. Like I said, there's really no, like I said, everything's in the book. I mean, not gonna be on social media. It's not gonna be newspapers. You gotta, you know what I'm saying, go and look in books, go and look in old textbooks to figure out your history, where you came from, because they're people not gonna sit there and shed the light of, you know, your history. And also too, they are doing stuff for our food too that are, you know, they program on men, you know, men and women, you know, black culture, you know.
Okay. Okay. Here's the thing, y'all. I get that being a veteran of the Army 20 years. I get that some people can feel like they were behind enemy lines at some point in time. But what I'm telling you is that if my main thought is that I'm a POW in everything that I do, it's not going to be healthy. That's a cancer that's going to eat up at you. You can win. There are people that's winning. You understand what I'm saying? There are people that's successful in life. Their children are successful. They're not busting their ass from 9 to 5 because they didn't got something where they're getting residual income and they like this. They chilling. You can't tell me you can't win. The thing about it is we're not networking. We're too afraid to tell people in the morning, good morning. How you doing, to crack a smile, because we got to be tough. Hey, brother, that's a nice ass tie. Hey, how you tie that? Huh? Hey, ma'am, those some nice shoes. We too afraid to give a damn compliment. Of course we too afraid to look in a book. Of course we're too afraid to ask for help. That's the conditioning that we have. If we don't know, we don't ask. And if it's not coming from somebody popular, we don't understand it or respect it. We don't share it. When you gotta ask a motherfucker to share live and you know goddamn well it's going to help them, it's gonna help their children, it's gonna help the people in their circle. But if it was something ratchet, it'll be 100,000 people watching this shit. I'm telling you, I seen it. I see it. And it's like, wow. That's why people start going for them. That's why people start saying, I'm gonna worry about me and mine. Because it's like your community don't care.
Yeah.
It don't care. JC, talk to me, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it is sad. I mean, we sit up there ignore positivity. You know, you talking about eating right, eating healthy. Nobody wants to talk about that, or history of our ancestors. But you see somebody twerking and fighting, you know, it'd be on World Star. Everybody want to share it, but you know, it's how backed up our priorities are. You know.
What are our priorities though? You know what I'm saying? If we can't get behind Black Lives Matter, what are our priorities? What's more important than our survival? What's more important than our education? What's more important than our finances, our love life, our success, our being able to create something and have a tenature where it affects generations to come? What's more important than that? Love and hip
Yeah.
hop. Well, I mean, no, seriously. What's more important than that? I don't get it. I don't get it. Everybody right now, so many people got on that Nipsey Hussle bandwagon in regards to saying, oh, well, Nipsey Hussle was this. It's people that didn't even know Nipsey Hussle was just jumping on the bandwagon. Black man down, black man down. Well, my thing about it is this. Nipsey Hussle shouldn't be a role model for your children. Nipsey Hussle shouldn't be somebody now after he's gone to be, oh my God, let me ask you a question. That garbage man that picks up your garbage every week, right? That teacher that teaches your badass kids, that person that bags your groceries. These are people that are around you that should be celebrated because they're helping you in your community. But when that person, that trash man dies, you think anybody gonna say, oh man, shit, Michael J just died, dog? No. Nobody's gonna be rallying for him and his family. Nobody's gonna be rallying to support him or whatever. And I wonder why the average man doesn't get uplifted. This average father, this average worker bee, this blue collar worker, why don't you get uplifted? But we'll take a rapper you don't know, you've never met, never done anything for you personally, and we'll uplift them. We'll wear your t-shirt, get a tattoo of you, buy your music. We'll do all these things because we're so faddish. What's the latest trend? If CNN, World Star, BET, MTV right now came out and says, yellow shoes are what it's in. They what's in. If you don't got a pair of yellow shoes, shit, you ain't doing it. Oh shit, I gotta give me a pair of yellow shoes. I don't even like yellow. I'm colorblind. We so faddish, man. At what point in time do we build our own standards and say, then we point to the other races and say, get like us? Talk to me, JC.
Yeah, but like I said, we talking about building, we talking about generational wealth. Not a lot of brothers that you see talking about all that. You talking about right here, right now, Jordans, spend all this money on cars and stuff, materialistic stuff. What are you really trying to plant for generations to come, What are you trying to set and steal, 20, 30 years after you're dead, What are they gonna remember about you,
I'm just tired of black people saying white people is the reason why they decided not to get life insurance for their family. Why they didn't think about it. Because the white man held them back. What the fuck? What? Shut up. The white man ain't hold you back. You just was too lazy going to the club. You just was too lazy turning up. You just was too lazy in them broken ass relationships. You understand what I'm saying? That we didn't take the time. It's ownership. It's individual responsibility. Because Black Lives Matter. How many goddamn GoFundMe accounts do we need for people who's dying because nobody took the time to say, let me set something up for you? Where's that Facebook Live at? Go get life insurance. Where's that Facebook Live at? Man, JC, you laughing, bro. You about to piss me off, bro.
No, you're right.
Where is that Facebook Live at?
Yeah, like where's the line? How to build your credit. It's how you build your credit. I mean, you don't really see too much of that. Somebody said, "Are you pro-black?" That's what April said.
Am I pro-black?
Yeah, that's what she said.
Is she asking me? Am I pro-black?
Yeah, that's what she's asking you.
Nah, I think I'm pro-reason. And my thing about it, no, I'm being dead ass. My thing about it is it's like this. I think that we have to be reasonable in the things that we're doing. You know what I'm saying? Shit ain't gonna be perfect. Nobody's perfect, and I get that. My thing about it is if we reasonably set shit in place to handle certain things, so when things arrive, we can handle those things. When situations arrive, we can handle those things. Let's talk about mental health for Black people. Whoo, diabetes. Let's talk about things that's going to empower us to work together and not work apart. How did you start that business? Man, how did you get so physically fit? How did she do this? Or how did your kids go here? Those are the conversations that we need to have. Fellas, by a long shot, women form these co-ops. It's a women empowerment day, right? It's a women empowerment dinner. It's a women empowerment lunch. And you see the guys like, go ahead, honey. It's cool. Go ahead, honey. It's cool. At college, how many times do you feel you see a woman forming something? Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Right? You see it all over social media. The thing about it is, unless you're in a fraternity, unless you're in some type of bike club, unless you're in a Mason, unless you're in some type of organization like that, who else is forming something? Who else is saying, hey, all black men, come this way? Fuck it, all men, come this way. Let me talk to you. How can we improve these communities? Because you got white people that stay in the hood. You got Spanish people that stay in the hood, right? We're so busy separating and segregating ourselves to the point that we don't even work with black people. We don't even support their businesses. Huh? We don't support their businesses. So where is the togetherness? Where is the Black Lives Mattering?
Yeah, you're right. You know, there is no, we don't really support our own
JC, what you
people.
laughing at? Moore said black women are gods. Gentlemen's meeting. You definitely right. You definitely right. Let's see what the audience thinks, man. Let's see. What?
No, I'm good. April said no.
April says, nah, I'm too pro-black for him. I don't know who's him. I don't know if that's me or you.
She's talking about you though.
Okay. I don't know what she means. She's too pro-black for me. I don't know what that means. She can put it in there. We waiting for that response.
All right, Joe said, all you see is a man going to work to potentially provide, but you do not know who he go home to.
Mhm.
I'm so sick of uplifting a black man unless he is in my family. When you have successful athletes toasting to more light-skinned babies, you might use to think twice about standing on the front line. What's your take on that?
I'm looking at you laughing, guys. Like, I'm like, what the fuck is so funny? Like, seriously. I would have to scroll up and see what you were talking about.
No, it was Joe's comment. She said, all you see is a man going to work to potentially provide, but you do not know who he's go home to. I am so sick of uplifting a black man unless he's in my family. You have successful athletes hosting to more light-skinned babies. You think twice about standing on the front line.
Okay, so here's my thing. I think a lot of people get it twisted when you start talking about being a good steward of your fellow man. That means that regardless of if I'm in a relationship with you or not, if I know you or not, I can give you a compliment, I can give you support, and I can give you help. The time me helping you, right? Let's say I see a woman, she has a lot of groceries and I offer to help her. Or she has, children and I say, hey, ma'am, X, Y, and Z, I offer some support or whatever. The thing about it is we've grown, so some people have grown so sick and tired of helping other people because it hasn't got a good return or they haven't seen a return on their investment. I was actually talking about this earlier. There's two types. Some people want immediate returns and some people can wait for their investment. You understand what I'm saying? Those people, if you know for a fact that you want an immediate return, that means you've been dealing with you deal with black men and you like a black man needs to come all together because I'm not helping them, I'm not building them up, I'm not, and I get some of that because some of that is frustration because you put your time and effort into a bad black man. Get it. However, I also get the fact that if you're in a position to teach someone or you're in a position to help promote somebody's potential, the fact of the matter is it is your responsibility to help because what you do for that person may come around 360 because that's how karma works and support you or support your next generation. So just keep that in mind when you're saying, okay, well, I'll give you a tidbit. I think we talked about it before, JC, when men approach women and women say, well, you know what? I was just gonna shoo you off, but let me give you some pointers on how to approach women like me. It might you might say, I'm done. I don't want to deal with you, but let me give you some pointers. I think that we grow accustomed to not wanting to help our people because someone that looks like us messed us over. And
Yeah, I mean,
to the lady that said she's Malcolm X, I'm willing to have a live discussion with you anytime you're ready, and we'll exercise that. We'll exercise that.
yeah. Rodriguez said, "Well, I do not. I do feel segregated, even Afro American and Afro Latin Americans, or African. Even there's always one putting those nose up to another. Even our country building hate against our Afro families outside of my country in America." Uh, Bridget said, "Sweetheart, history is history. Even Jesus is in it, but it doesn't make what happened to him say that Jews are irrelevant. He died for us all." April said, "We built the greatest civilization in history without infiltrate racist whites."
So here's my thing. Here's my pushback for April. My pushback for April is we built the wealthiest this, right? We had the best ideas. We had the best architects. We had the best financial advisors, right? We was the shit, right? Hospital personnel, attention all hospital personnel. What exactly is happening now? Are you saying that the Black community is so polluted and disruptive that we can't figure it out? We're not smart enough to put it together, and that's the issue. The issue is, where is the foundation? Where is the beginning? Right? What is the nucleus? And if Black Lives Matter is not the nucleus, then what is? We can't talk about how shit used to be. Because I don't deal in the past. It's good to learn from the past, but right now, where is the nucleus? Where can I say, for me and my goddamn kids right now, what is the nucleus for us? I ain't gonna tell them, well, we used to be kings and queens, and okay, well, damn, bro, we living in a damn one-bedroom studio. Like, what is the now? The problem is sometimes you get so caught up in history, you don't remember that, damn, we got to live in the present. So what is the now? Where do we get that information now? Because if I'm dealing with Black Lives Matter, then guess what? Black lives are mattering too late. So where do we go now? She said we need to separate ourselves. Okay, we need to separate ourselves in reference to African Americans and go where?
So you said go where?
No, yeah. I'm dead at. Listen, we need to learn how to talk and take these comments and really give people back feedback, because there's other people that want to know this. She may be right now having people focus on what she's saying. So I really want to ask her, you want us to separate and go where? Where's the utopia that Black people should go to and build?
Oh, he said Black Wall Street happened not that long ago.
Who, Morris?
No, that's what April said. He said Black Wall Street happened.
Is Black Wall Street affecting our economy? Create our own communities. I got you. That still does not answer the question. Create our own communities where? Because here's the thing, when you talk about the population of African Americans, right, or anybody that considers themselves to be Black, where do you send them? South America, North America, where do you send them at? You see what I'm saying? The issue is that we don't have people willing to work with each other. So already that functionality is going to be disembobulated, right? We don't have people with the mentality of, we still have people with the mentality, I'm gonna kill you for the color that you're wearing, right? I wanna go turn up in reference to taking care of my children. So you're saying take all of these people and gather them all up and we're about to live fine. We about to be good.
Stephen said, unfortunately, too many of his Black lives only matter when someone dies and not when they are still around. Yeah, that's what Mario was talking about. April said, in
More,
America and Africa and connected internationally. That's pretty sentiment.
um, Simpson. Unfortunately, with too many of us blacks, lives only matter with someone. Okay, you just said that. Somebody says that Africans don't respect African Americans. There is an issue, definitely, because we're Americanized. So the fact of the matter is, we can't be talking about all black people go back to Africa. We can't be talking about that, right? We can't be talking about that. So where in America or where in this continent of the world are we going? Where in this world? I think the issue is that when you start thinking that black is better in reference to we don't need nobody for anything. Okay, cool. But you got to understand that us now from slavery, it's so much intermingling. Are you about to rip some families apart? Are you about to rip some families apart? Especially those people that know anything about the military service. It's so much interchanging of races and so many kids that have been produced. It's hard and difficult to say that take all these black people and put them over there. Well, here's the thing. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, right? Me personally, where I live at, when I'm ready to go to sleep, I don't want to hear a lot of music. I don't want to hear no damn gunshots. That's just me. That ain't got
Yeah,
nothing to do with white people. That's just me. So the fact of the matter is, if you're telling me that if you're black, you automatically make it into the circle of trust, that don't work with me. That don't work with me. And then I think that April, I think that you'll see things differently when you say, because if everybody's going, so what about the black people in prison? Do they get to go too? Do they get to go too? Do they say, oh, well, hey, I know you just killed somebody and robbed somebody and raped somebody, but come on,
yeah.
come on. Here's a better question, April. Here's a better question. Who decides who gets to go and who stays? Oh shit. Oh shit. Who decides?
He said
Who
that sad.
decides that?
Yeah, Simpson said the minute black people step off the slave ship is the new moment. He became the new person, changed forever. We never ever expected that.
The fact of the matter is, people, that, you know what I'm saying, April, I appreciate your comments again. You know what I'm saying? I do feel that black people need to work together. Black people need to be confident in their abilities to work together, and they need to stop promoting the separation. You understand what I'm saying? They need to stop promoting separation between each other, what I'm saying, and do more to build up one another. However, I don't feel that all the black people should go somewhere and separate from all the other races or whatever case to be. I've met, especially being in the military, downrange, when you got shit flying at you and shit, and you got a white person over here, a Korean person over here, a Mexican person, like nobody's talking about color. Nobody's talking about color. We talking about getting home safe. And the thing about it is, a lot of people didn't make it back. So when I hear someone say all black people need to do this, my first question is, I wonder, have they ever been in a situation where they had to depend on somebody of another race? Or have they ever been in another situation where they was in another relationship? So I guess it's based on your experience, what you promote.
He said, or systematic racism. I disagree. Joe said, black people do not want to work for better things. They would rather take it because they feel like they deserve it more than you.
Definitely. I totally agree with that. I totally agree with that. The thing about it is, people don't want to work. They don't want to work for anything. They want you to give it to them. How many people have ever saw you do something, you know what I'm saying? They walked up to you, one of your homeboys or homegirls, girl, how you do that? And then when you tell them they never do it because they don't want to work for it to get it, or they feel like since you've made it, you now have to put them in a position to do what you do without the work, without the effort. Come on, people. Somebody understand me what I'm saying. So the thing about it is, just because you feel a sense of entitlement, doesn't mean that, you know, I'm going to bring you into the fold and give you everything that I got. No, you need to work for it. You need to learn how to do it for yourself. I'm going to teach you how to fish. I'm not just going to give you the fish. The problem with a lot of black people is they feel entitled. They're still walking around talking about the white man owe me. Well, unless you're going to form something that makes them give it to you, you just talking about it. It just sounds good to say it out loud. And that's what my issue with a lot of pro-blacks is. It sounds good to say out loud what black people should do. But the fact of the matter is, I bet you know 5 to 10, 20 to 30 black people right now that don't want to work with other black people, that don't support black people, that keep up negativity, drama, and hatred for other black people. That's the problem. Your idea is not on a big scale. It just sounds good because you know people in your community that don't support what your thing is. If you said right now, all black people move to Georgia. Hold on, JC. She said right now, all black people move to Georgia. Do you know how much pushback she'll get from the black community to do that? I don't like the South.
Yeah.
Huh? I ain't got the money. Who gonna get me another job? Ain't nobody gonna say this the revolution. Black power. Nobody gonna say that shit. They gonna say shit. Go ahead to Georgia. I'm not going. Shit, I like my grass. I ain't going.
Yeah, Rodriguez said, yeah, I had people ask me for a job and whatnot because I worked hard to be there. I'm not even a business owner, bro. Yes, entitlement. No one owes you anything. Yeah, that's true.
Mr. Rodriguez says, yes, I've had people ask me for a job and whatnot because I've worked hard to be where I am. And I'm not even in the business owner, bro. Definitely. I mean, at the end of the day, y'all, at the end of the day, the question is, do black lives really matter? Better question, when does it matter? Or does it matter too late?
Yeah.
Does it matter too late?
It does really.
You understand what I'm saying? I don't want Mario to be in the grave and then people say, you know what, man, shit, we need to rally. You know what I mean? We need to get together. Make sure to talk about it for a little while. Nobody's talking about Sandra Bland no more. Huh? No, nobody's talking about these people who passed away no more. It just feels good to say it out loud. It feels good to throw it up in some white person's face and says, you did this. Well, goddamn, Tyrone just goddamn left his kids hungry in the house. You ain't, Black Lives Ain't Matter then, right? Old girl was just twerking and popping at the club and her lights was off and her kids was in there hungry. Black Lives Ain't Matter then. Shit, this motherfucker just put out all this information on this motherfucker. Black Lives Ain't Matter. Black lives need to matter before and after the situation. That's when black lives should matter. And the thing about it is we don't need big names. Everybody likes to consider themselves important, a superstar in their own right. Why do we need someone with star power that white people or society say is important to speak for us? If Oprah Winfrey don't say it, it ain't important. If Steve Harvey don't say it, it ain't important. Well, why when you say it, it ain't important? Why when you go Facebook Live, it ain't important? Hey, y'all, life insurance. It ain't important. He said it. Right? Obama go like, hey, Obama said life insurance. Let me start looking and researching some shit. That's the problem. The message gets diluted or dismissed based on who you are. Not the fact that the message ain't positive, not the fact that the message ain't articulate or successful. The fact of the matter is, or meaningful, the fact of the matter is it gets diluted or disregarded based on who you are. Because us in the black community, we only move when stars tell us move. We only appreciate when someone that has way more than us says X, Y, and Z. And while we doing that, those people that have way more than us, they're not doing anything in their position to build us up because they don't live in the black community. Black Lives Matter, though.
Yeah, like I said, you made some good points. You know, why you waiting to the man in the cemetery to sit there and appreciate that man's life? We should appreciate life daily. You know, send flowers while he was alive, not when they dead. You know, like you were saying about Nipsey. You know, why we always do this now, all of a sudden his music's going up, but why not celebrate him while he's alive? You know, or his business while he's alive. You know, cherish family members when they're alive. Why wait till they pass away, then try to fly down, to come see them? Why not celebrate life as it's going on right now? Why wait? Doesn't make any sense.
We definitely have to do better in reference to celebrating life. Good job with that phrase right there. Celebrating life. Ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen, if Black lives matter to you, if your life matters as a Black person, if your kids' lives matter as a Black person, then the question is, what are we doing to promote that? Are we sharing positive things on social media? Are we giving time to our children? Are we really teaching them what they need to know to be successful? Are we being good stewards in reference to saying, being complimentary to people? Are we speaking to people as we want them to speak to us? Or are we always cursing them out and we think it's cool? Girl, you a savage. No, you just ignorant. You're just ignorant. My dude, man, you really getting these girls? No, you just irresponsible. So the fact of the matter is, are we really helping each other out? Are we being big brothers and big sisters? Are we being men and women? Are we being parents? We'll sit back and we'll watch people go at it because we feel, right? Some people feel that it's exposing is entertainment, and entertainment escapes our real life. So as long as we can escape our real life and our real life problems, then guess what? That's cool. But you know what's going to happen? Let me tell you what's going to happen. I'm about to burst your damn bubble right now. You're going to watch somebody get exposed. You're going to be laughing, sharing, and da-da-da-da-da, right? That person is going to commit suicide. That person is going to do something crazy, get in their car, go on a shooting spree and a killing spree or whatever it case to be. You can stop some shit. You can help prevent some things when you see the big picture. Don't get caught up in negativity. Don't get caught up in saying Black lives don't matter. Because those things that we do and we entertain and we promote have second and third effects. Talk to me, bro.
Yeah, like I said, it's all about loving each other, connecting with each other, not trying to tear nobody down, lifting each other up, because we all we got. We done been through all these years of slavery, torture, so why not just try to love each other and build each other up? They're always trying to tear each other down day in and day out.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you like this, man, before I leave. First of all, I always appreciate being on your platform, man. Everybody that stopped to hear what we had to say, man, God bless you. You know what I'm saying? Whatever higher power you believe in, I hope they bless you tenfold or whatever case be. But I'm telling you like this, I want people around me that's going to impact my children's lives, that's going to encourage them to be superstars in their own right. And I'm not talking about to be actors, and I'm not talking to be doctors or whatever. I'm talking about astronauts. You understand what I'm saying? I want them to think outside the box. I want my girls to be young women and to not get pregnant in middle school. Maybe that's just me, right? I want them to be able to be in positive relationship with men who care about their success, not intimidated by how much money they make, not intimidated by them having strong character and standards and morals, but actually taking the time out to get to know them, want to know their mind. Now, here's the thing. I know that sex is going to be a part of the situation, and even still, for my children to be able to around people that's going to help nurture her and not take advantage of her. I want a community of people around me that's going to help me. Hey, brother, man, listen, man, let me give you this information. Just because. You know what I'm saying? You ever have people jump in your inbox and send you crazy shit, but not no good, positive information? Tag me in something positive. Share something positive with me. On my timeline, say good morning. Hey, let me send him a friend request. Let me do something to create some positive energy. We have to be proactive with that. We owe it to ourselves. You can't say that you're pro-Black and you want all the Black people to go somewhere when you're not doing anything right now in this community. Well, when we all get together, I'm going to start doing something positive. But until then, I'm going to keep on talking about these white people, but I ain't doing nothing for my black race right now. I'm not going to rally black people up against another race when some of the people from the other race is damn helping me. That makes no damn sense. That makes no sense.
Yeah, that's true.
If I can't expect my brother and my sister to help me, but Michael, Peter, and Paul helping me, what sense does it make to say, oh, well, F you, we all gonna get together over here? I don't got nothing against what you believe to be true, but I believe that until we start saying Black Lives Matter before somebody dies, there's no need to include me and my family in the gathering of black people moving away. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Deuces.
All right, man. Appreciate you joining me. I know everybody are checking me out on YouTube and on Facebook, Instagram. So everybody for tuning in. Everybody have a blessed night. Thank everybody for tuning in. JC, Everyday Thoughts, JC, similar conversation, debates. So anybody want to join me? We're real open to it. Any kind of discussion, debate you want to have. So everybody, thank you for tuning in. You have a blessed and safe night. Peace.